Most small businesses do not fail because founders are lazy or not trying hard enough. Most founders are actually working incredibly hard. The real problem is that many businesses misunderstand how decisions are actually made. A large percentage of businesses close within their first decade, with many within the first 5 years. People often point to poor leadership or weak market demand, but underneath both of those issues sits something deeper: decision psychology. Founders wear every hat in the business. One moment you're doing accounts, the next you're closing sales, managing operations, or creating content. When everything feels urgent, it's natural to focus on the tasks that feel immediate, such as financing, logistics, or sales targets. Marketing often becomes something you hope will eventually figure itself out. But marketing does not just fall into place. If revenue is oxygen, marketing is food. While oxygen keeps the business alive, food determines how far it can actually go. Modern marketing is not about being louder than everyone else. It is about understanding behavior. The world's largest companies invest heavily in psychologists, behavioral scientists, and neuroscience researchers because they know how powerful that knowledge is when it comes to influencing decisions. For most small businesses, that level of expertise has always been out of reach, until now. Neuroeconomics brings together behavioral economics, psychology, neuroscience, marketing, and branding to understand how people evaluate value, risk, identity, and reward, the four forces behind most buying decisions. When you understand how customers process these things, marketing becomes far clearer. You begin to see why people hesitate, why certain messages fail to land, why pricing sometimes feels wrong, and why some brands command trust instantly while others struggle. This is not about manipulating people. This is about aligning your business with how the human brain already works. For small businesses, this insight matters even more. You don't have unlimited budgets, giant teams, or decades of brand recognition. What you need instead is instant precision. That is where decision design becomes powerful. Decision design simply means shaping offers, messaging, and customer journeys so that people can move towards a decision with less friction and less uncertainty. Many founders already handle their own marketing. DIY marketing offers speed, control, and closeness with your audience. But without structure, it can quickly become inconsistent and emotionally driven. Messaging changes too often, offers shift based on instinct, and decisions are made reactively rather than strategically. But learning alone doesn't solve that problem. Most founders spend years consuming information through podcasts, websites, courses, books, and newsletters. But there is a big difference between consuming content and applying it. The brain enjoys learning because it feels like progress, yet without implementation, very little actually changes inside the business. Real growth happens when insight is applied consistently, and that is the thinking behind Tilt Nexus. For years, I watched talented founders struggle. Brilliant people with great ideas often lack the resources, guidance, or community needed to turn those ideas into sustainable businesses. Entrepreneurship should be a path to freedom and fulfillment, not constant frustration. Tilt Nexus was built to change that. It is not just a community, it is an ecosystem designed to support founders at every stage of their journey. Instead of endless theory, the platform is built around immediate application. Founders step into weekly working sessions where ideas turn into action. Offers are refined in real time. Positioning becomes clearer. Pricing is recalibrated to reflect real value. The goal is not to accumulate more knowledge. The goal is to reshape behavior. Small strategic adjustments compound quickly when they're applied consistently. Over time, those adjustments create stronger offers, clearer messaging, and far more confident decision making. But just as importantly, Nexus is a place where founders do not have to build alone. It is a space to connect, to share knowledge, and support one another while building businesses that align with your passions. I have spent more than a decade working in branding and marketing, and I have seen how transformative clarity and the right support can be for an entrepreneur. When founders have tools, community, and behavioral insight behind them, everything begins to move faster and with less friction. The future of small business growth will not belong to the loudest brands. It will belong to the ones that understand how people actually decide. If you have ever felt like you're building your business alone, you do not have to. There is a community waiting for you. See you in the Nexus.